Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, challenges and victories. It is a constant battle between our inner strengths and weaknesses. While we all aspire to live a life of purpose and resilience, certain habits often prevent us from reaching our full potential on this transformative journey. In this exploration, we will uncover 8 habits that weaken you and learn how to overcome them using the Stoic principles, a timeless philosophy established by Zeno of Citium in ancient Greece around 300 BC. Stoicism provides wisdom that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, develop virtues such as wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, and accept life's inevitable challenges with grace and resilience. As we dive deeper into these 8 habits, remember that self-awareness is the first step toward change. By recognizing and accepting these habits within ourselves, we can begin the journey of replacing them with strong principles that empower us to live a life of strength, purpose, and inner peace. Habit 1. Procrastination. Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." The habit of procrastination is something that plagues many of us. It weakens our resolve, hinders our progress, and ultimately wastes our precious time, which could otherwise be invested in personal growth and meaningful pursuits. The Stoic remedy for procrastination lies in the concept of carpe diem, or seizing the day, by focusing on the present moment and making the most of it. Procrastination is often rooted in anxiety, whether about the future or the discomfort of the task at hand. To overcome this habit, we must adopt a Stoic mindset and remind ourselves that the only time we truly have control over is now. Epictetus advised focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. Procrastination arises from focusing on the potential outcomes or difficulties of a task instead of simply taking action. By adopting the Stoic principle of focusing on the process rather than the outcome, we can free ourselves from the chains of procrastination. Set small, manageable goals, work toward them consistently, and embrace the discomfort and uncertainty of the present moment. It is in these moments of challenge that we develop the strength to face larger tasks. And remember, time is a limited resource. Every day you delay is a day lost forever. Habit 2. Focusing on past mistakes. Focusing on past mistakes is a habit that can weaken your Stoic practice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment, to accept what has happened, and to learn from our mistakes rather than dwelling on them. However, many of us often fall into a cycle of regret, guilt, and self-blame, preventing us from moving forward and growing as individuals. When we repeatedly replay our past mistakes in our minds, we reinforce negative emotions and create a sense of stagnation. This habit weakens our ability to find peace and satisfaction and prevents us from fully enjoying the present and making positive changes. One of the core principles of Stoicism is recognizing that we cannot change the past. As a famous Stoic philosopher once said, "What scares and frustrates us is not the external events, but how we think about them." This quote emphasizes the importance of our thoughts and perceptions in shaping our experience of the world. Instead of allowing ourselves to be overwhelmed by negative thoughts, Stoicism encourages us to accept our past actions and their consequences, take responsibility for them, and focus on what we can do now to improve ourselves and our circumstances. Here are some strategies to help you overcome this habit. Develop mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness allows us to become more aware of our emotions as they arise. Mindfulness enables us to observe our thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed by them, providing us the opportunity to pause and choose a more rational response rather than reacting impulsively. Question your evaluations. When negative emotions arise, take some time to examine the underlying evaluations that trigger them. Are your assessments based on an accurate interpretation of the situation, or are they distorted by bias or irrational beliefs? Challenging and reframing these evaluations can help shift your perspective and reduce their intensity. Practice self-reflection. Regularly reflect on your thoughts, actions, and their outcomes. Understand the recurring patterns that trigger your negative emotions and explore alternative responses. Self-reflection allows you to identify areas for potential growth and develop effective emotional management strategies. Focus on virtues instead of revenge. In moments of anger or resentment, remind yourself of the Stoic principle of focusing on virtues. Reflect on the long-term consequences of acting based on negative emotions and strive to respond with kindness and understanding. Habit 3. Seeking external approval. One of the most weakening habits is the constant need for external validation. Seeking approval from others not only diminishes our inner strength, but also leaves us vulnerable to the ever-changing opinions of those around us. When we constantly seek approval, we lose control over our happiness and self-worth. Our sense of self becomes dependent on the praise and recognition of others, which is fleeting and often outside of our control. Stoicism teaches us to focus on internal validation and to develop a strong sense of self that is not easily swayed by external opinions. One example of this habit is when you create something, like writing a blog post, and instead of finding satisfaction in your efforts, you immediately check for likes, comments, or validation from others. If the response is not as expected, you may feel disheartened, questioning the value of your work based on the approval or disapproval of others. To overcome this habit, it's important to recognize that seeking external validation is a fleeting and endless pursuit. Instead, focus on what is within your control, your own growth, progress, and personal values. Surround yourself with a supportive community that encourages your development, but remember that their opinions should not define your worth. By shifting your focus from external approval to internal growth, you can strengthen your Stoic practice and live a more fulfilling and virtuous life. Habit 4. Seeking constant external approval. Constantly seeking external validation weakens us by making our self-worth dependent on others' opinions. When we base our self-esteem on external approval, we give away our power and become vulnerable to the changing views of others. This habit prevents us from experiencing true inner peace and satisfaction because we're always chasing approval that is fleeting and beyond our control. Imagine you've written a blog post you're proud of. Instead of finding satisfaction in the effort and the value of the post itself, you immediately check how many likes, shares, and comments it has received. If the response isn't what you expected, you might feel disappointed and start doubting the worth of your work based on others' feedback. This is a clear example of how constantly seeking external approval can undermine your confidence and sense of self-worth. How to overcome this habit? Recognize that external approval is temporary and often beyond your control. The opinions of others can change, and chasing approval is a never-ending cycle. Instead, focus on developing internal virtues and finding contentment from within. Here are some steps to help overcome this habit. Build inner confidence. Learn to validate yourself through your own values, principles, and effort. Celebrate the process and the growth it brings, rather than relying on others' feedback. Surround yourself with supportive people. Create a community of people who encourage your growth and value you for who you are, rather than those who constantly criticize or make you feel inadequate. Practice stoic self-awareness. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and character. Others' opinions fall outside this circle, so shift your attention inward and base your self-worth on the virtues you cultivate. By adopting this stoic mindset, you'll become less dependent on others' approval and more centered on inner strength and peace. This allows you to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life, focused on personal growth and resilience. Habit 5. Avoiding discomfort and challenges. Many of us have a natural tendency to avoid discomfort and challenges, preferring to stay in our comfort zones where things are predictable and safe. However, growth and progress often lie outside of that comfort zone. By consistently avoiding discomfort, we limit our potential and fail to build the resilience necessary to handle life's inevitable difficulties. Think about physical exercise. If you avoid pushing yourself and always choose the easiest workout, you'll never get stronger. The same applies to mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. Avoiding difficult situations, tough conversations, or personal challenges keeps you from becoming the best version of yourself. How to overcome this habit? Embrace the Stoic principle of seeing discomfort as an opportunity for growth. Discomfort and challenges are part of life, and facing them head-on is how we grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable. Here are some steps to help you embrace discomfort. Shift your mindset. See challenges as stepping stones to growth. Every time you face discomfort, remind yourself that this is an opportunity to become stronger and more resilient. Embrace challenges as part of the path to personal development. Start small. Begin with small, manageable challenges to build your tolerance for discomfort. This could be having a difficult conversation, trying something new, or pushing yourself slightly harder in a physical workout. As you overcome these small challenges, your confidence will grow, making it easier to face bigger obstacles. Practice stoic endurance. Recognize that discomfort is temporary. Stoicism teaches us to accept life's challenges with grace and endurance, knowing that they will pass and leave us stronger for having faced them. By actively seeking out and embracing discomfort, you'll develop the mental and emotional resilience to handle life's ups and downs with greater ease. Rather than fearing challenges, you'll begin to see them as opportunities to grow and expand your potential. Habit 6. Giving in to fear. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that can hold us back in life. Whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, letting fear control our decisions often leads to missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. When we allow fear to dictate our actions, we avoid taking risks, trying new things, or pushing ourselves to grow. Fear is a natural human emotion, but it doesn't have to rule your life. If you allow fear to take the driver's seat, you will always play it safe, missing out on the possibilities that could transform your life. How to overcome this habit? The Stoic philosophy teaches us that fear is often rooted in focusing on things outside our control. By shifting your focus to what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and mindset, you can begin to take back your power from fear. Here's how to manage fear. Identify the source of fear. Take some time to reflect on what exactly you're afraid of. Is it failure, rejection, uncertainty? Once you pinpoint the fear, you can start to work through it rationally. Stoicism teaches us to face fear with logic, understanding that it often exaggerates the danger or risk in a situation. Focus on what you can control. Stoics emphasize controlling your response to external events rather than trying to control everything around you. You can't always control the outcome of a situation, but you can control how you approach it. Focus on your actions, preparation, and mindset, and release the need to control everything else. Take small steps. Start by facing small fears, gradually building your courage. If you're afraid of public speaking, for example, you could start by speaking in front of a small group of friends. With each small step, your confidence will grow, and the fear will start to lose its grip on you. Practice courage daily. Courage isn't about never feeling fear. It's about feeling the fear and taking action anyway. By making a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone, you'll begin to weaken the power that fear holds over you. By challenging your fears and taking courageous steps, you can unlock new opportunities and experiences that you may have otherwise avoided. Living a life dictated by fear keeps you stuck, but learning to master your fear empowers you to live fully and confidently. Habit 7. Wasting time on negative people. The company you keep significantly impacts your mindset, actions, and overall well-being. Spending time with negative people, those who constantly complain, gossip, or bring others down, drains your energy and can cloud your judgment. These individuals often project their fears, doubts, and insecurities onto others, dragging them into a cycle of negativity. Surrounding yourself with such influences can make it difficult to stay positive, motivated, and focused on your goals. Negative people can sap your mental and emotional energy, leaving you feeling frustrated or demoralized. How to overcome this habit? The Stoics believed in the importance of surrounding oneself with like-minded, virtuous individuals who inspire personal growth. They emphasized the significance of being mindful of the company you keep, as negative influences can lead you away from your path of self-improvement and wisdom. Here's how to break free from the habit of spending time with negative people. Set clear boundaries. Establishing boundaries is essential when dealing with negative individuals. Politely but firmly communicate your limits. This may mean reducing the time you spend with them or distancing yourself from their toxic behavior. Seek positive, supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you to be better. Look for individuals who lift you up, encourage your growth, and share your values. These relationships will nurture your well-being and motivate you to reach your full potential. Limit exposure to negativity. If completely distancing yourself from negative individuals isn't an option, such as with co-workers or family members, limit the amount of time and energy you spend engaging with them. Protect your mental space by focusing on positive interactions and not allowing their negativity to affect your mindset. Cultivate inner peace. Stoicism teaches that you cannot control the actions or attitudes of others, but you can control your response to them. Practice emotional detachment and resilience, focusing on your inner peace and tranquility regardless of external negativity. Focus on growth and positivity. Direct your energy toward positive pursuits such as personal development, meaningful relationships, and activities that bring you joy. When you shift your focus to growth, negative influences naturally lose their impact on your life. By choosing to spend your time with uplifting, positive people and minimizing your interactions with those who drain your energy, you create an environment that fosters happiness, productivity, and personal growth. Your time and energy are valuable, so invest them in relationships and activities that add value to your life. Habit 8. Comparing yourself to others. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly comparing yourself to others. Whether it's someone's career success, lifestyle, or appearance, these comparisons can lead to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and jealousy. But the Stoics remind us that this habit only distracts us from our personal journey and creates unnecessary suffering. Comparing yourself to others is not only unproductive, but also harmful to your mental well-being. It can erode your self-esteem, breed envy, and shift your focus from your own progress to external standards that don't reflect your true values or goals. How to overcome this habit? The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. By directing your energy inward and measuring yourself against your own potential rather than others, you can cultivate inner peace and satisfaction. Here are steps to break free from the habit of comparison. Focus on your own path. Everyone's journey is unique, and comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. Instead of focusing on where others are in their lives, concentrate on your own growth and progress. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and understand that life is not a race. Practice gratitude. The Stoics believed in appreciating what you already have. Take time to reflect on your accomplishments, strengths, and the blessings in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what others have to what you have already achieved, fostering contentment and fulfillment. Detach from external validation. Stoicism teaches that external factors such as wealth, fame, or social status are beyond our control and should not determine our self-worth. Focus on cultivating internal values like virtue, integrity, and wisdom, which are within your control and more fulfilling in the long term. Limit social media consumption. Social media often presents a curated version of reality, making it easy to feel like you're falling behind. Reducing your time on social media can help you avoid constant comparison and focus more on your own life and goals. Set personal goals. Define success on your own terms. Set meaningful personal goals based on your values and aspirations. When you have a clear sense of direction, you'll be less inclined to compare yourself to others and more focused on achieving what truly matters to you. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Understand that everyone has their own struggles, and it's okay not to be perfect. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your personal development and embrace the idea that growth is a lifelong process. By breaking the habit of comparison, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and insecurity. You gain the ability to focus on your own path, grow at your own pace, and find contentment in your unique journey. Remember, the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Breaking these habits requires conscious effort, self-awareness, and a commitment to the principles of Stoicism. By focusing on what we can control, embracing virtues, and practicing self-reflection, we can overcome these weakening habits and build a life of strength, purpose, and inner peace. Let Stoic teachings guide you on your journey to personal growth and fulfillment, as you replace negative habits with empowering ones and strive for a life of wisdom and virtue. Take control of your life. Don't wait for external circumstances to align in your favor. Create your own inner stability. The power to change, to grow, and to thrive already exists within you. Every moment is an opportunity to practice Stoic wisdom and move one step closer to the person you aspire to be. The challenges you face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones toward your growth. Keep pushing forward, stay focused on your path, and embrace the beauty of progress, no matter how slow. You have the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to face whatever life throws your way. Now is the time to take action. Start today and watch how these stoic habits can change your life, not just in a week, but for a lifetime.